You're listening to Stories to Create with your host, Cornell Bunting. Author, motivational speaker, and founder of ES Each Episode. Cornell sits down with inspiring voices to uncover the stories that shape who we are and who we're becoming. Get ready to listen, learn, and be inspired. The show starts now.
Yes. Welcome to another episode of Stories to Create podcast right here at ES Club. I'm your host, Cornell Bunting. So excited today. I know you guys know the day when everyone go and do the whole trick-or-treating and all this fun stuff. So I know you guys going to be taking all your kids out later today. Have fun with that. It's going to be beautiful. But today on the show, we have a guest that is no stranger to you guys. You guys have seen her, heard her before, so you guys know a little bit about her already. But there is so much more that is unfolding with her because she's such a vibrant individual in the community of Southwest Florida and beyond, doing great things. And so we're going to talk about her new chapter of Rotary that she just launched with her husband. Some other beautiful things that is happening as well, and some of her latest accomplishments. It's amazing. We are talking to none other than Priya Ahluwalia. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Cornell.
Yes.
Great to be back.
Yes, this is so good to have you back on the show. You're doing so much, and some people would say normally when you're in your 40s, 50s, you get busy like that. You're not even 40 yet. You're not even in your mid 30s yet. You're and you're killing it. So, just kind of, a little bit, because, there's new listeners that don't necessarily know your background a little bit. So we're just going to give them a light little touch on that because you have already kind of told them some of that journey. But just kind of for the new listeners, where you were born, grew up and stuff.
So, hello everyone. My name is Priya Ahluwalia. I was born in Delhi, and if you don't know what Delhi is, it's capital of India.
Yes.
I have a beautiful family there. My parents, they still live in Delhi. Mm-hmm. My sister, she lives in Birmingham, UK.
Lovely.
And I grew up there, had a big family, so I was always, used to having all these fun events,
Yes.
birthday parties, anniversaries.
Yes.
I did my high school, my undergrad in business. I got a master's in English language. Then I told my parents one day that I want to go and see China.
Yes.
So I was in Beijing for a couple years. I studied Chinese language.
Lovely.
Then I came to this country 12 years ago in August 2013 to get my second master's in Chinese language and literature. Mm-hmm. And I was studying there and also helping with Chinese and Hindi teaching at University of San Francisco.
Yeah.
And that's where I met the love of my life, Mohit Bohani. And it's an interesting story. So he was actually looking for an intern to work for his nonprofit. Mm-hmm. And he interviewed me, and I never heard back for almost 4 or 5 months.
Wow.
Then he reaches out and he's like, you were not a great candidate. But I think we can be friends.
Yeah.
So that was, the beginning of a beautiful lifelong friendship.
Beautiful.
We lived in San Francisco, and then one day, he was working for a startup. He lost his job. Mm-hmm. So he found something in a place called Rapid City, South Dakota.
Yes.
And I never heard about the place.
Right.
So when he first showed me on the map, and I was like, what is this place about?
Yeah.
So we just moved. We moved to South Dakota in 2016. I must say, I had a great time there. The people were absolutely amazing.
Yes. Lovely.
We lived there for about a year and a half. We got married in 2017.
Beautiful.
And then 2018, we moved to Manhattan. Uh-huh. And I have to say, it's my favorite place in the whole world.
Yes, it's very busy.
Absolutely. And, my journey has been in teaching. I've been teaching Chinese language and Hindi language for almost now 16 years.
Come on. Wow.
I love teaching. I tried to teach Mohit, but he did not learn.
What would you say is your favorite sentence in Chinese?
我爱你.
Ooh.
That means I love you. And it can be sent to anyone, a friend, your parents, your sister, your brother, anyone.
Oh, now I just learned. 我爱你.
Yes, you did. Bravo.
That is pretty dope. So you guys moved here in...
So what happened is I was teaching, and then back in Rapid City, South Dakota, I encountered entrepreneurship by accident.
Okay.
It was a complete accident, and I think it was a beautiful accident because I realized I really enjoy teaching.
Yes.
But my true passion is entrepreneurship. So Mohit and I have been part of Tech Startup Weekend in multiple different states, Wyoming, Nebraska, South Dakota. In New York, we did a lot of like venture capital. We have a venture capital firm called MoAloo Ventures. It's been wonderful 8 years, where we invest in small businesses, small startups. And then when we moved to New York City, I joined an international real estate company called One Homes. I was a VP of operations for almost 6.5 years.
Okay.
And then we all know what happened in 2020.
Yes.
So imagine, like, this room is what our apartment was in Manhattan. It was very hard to actually, work.
Yeah.
And then we found out that we can both work remotely.
Okay.
So I said, where do you want to go?
Yeah.
So Mohit grew up, he spent a lot of years in Florida. So his journey was, he was born in Dubai, lived in Toronto, Michigan, went to undergrad, and they did high school from Gainesville, Florida. So we knew we'll be coming back to Florida sometime.
Okay.
So we were looking at different places, and then he just wakes me up one morning. He's like, I found this place. You should check it out. I'm like, what is this? He's like, it's Babcock Ranch. I never heard about the place. I was like, okay, what is this place about?
Yeah.
So we looked at all the online videos, and it was literally sight unseen. We signed the contract, and we just moved.
Beautiful. I love that. Now, because that's becoming a beautiful community in itself, and you guys already have a lot of residents there. It could probably say you guys have over 50,000 people there already, or not yet.
No, we are, I think, about 12 to 13,000 people.
13,000. I don't know why I'm giving you guys so much people over there.
That's the projection. It's going to have 50,000. Yes.
Yeah, I love that. Now, you guys open a chapter of the Rotary Club earlier this year. What was that? What was that journey like, and who kind of idea was that?
So I've been a Rotarian for about 3.5 years. I was part of a different club, and Mohit and I decided to start something different. So, and the whole reason was we have been brainstorming as to the future of Rotary. Because a lot of times when we meet people, they're like, we don't know what Rotary is.
Right.
And we thought we have to make it fun.
Right.
Where people of all ages can come together, do service while having fun. So that was the idea behind the SWFL Rotary Club, or you can call it Southwest Florida Rotary Club. And you're a part of it.
Yes.
So it was like a brainstorming session, and literally within 2 weeks, we launched the club.
Beautiful. I love that. And now you guys have got inducted in Punta Gorda chapter for the Chambers.
Yes, you came for the launch?
Yep. So that is really cool. So that's now some of the things that you guys will get to engage in the community. And then also you just got acknowledged as one of the leaders under 40. What was that like?
So I'm not sure if the listeners know, Gulf Shore 40 under 40.
Yes.
It's a big achievement, and I didn't know I'm going to be one of them.
Yeah.
Someone had applied for me, and then I heard, I think from them in April, that, hey, you were selected. And I must say, it's a great feeling.
Yeah.
I met some amazing people there.
Yes.
And I think everyone has done great things in their lives.
Yes. I love that. With everything that is happening now in America, you still get to talk with your family a lot that's still back in India, or?
So my parents, they live in India. I have one younger sister. She lives in UK. She has been to the US, I think, a couple of times. Like this year, she came 3 times, and she loves Babcock. She loves New York.
Awesome.
She might be coming next year.
Oh, beautiful. This is good. And mom and dad, they're good in India.
They're good in India. They do come once every 2 years, and they spend about a month or 2 with us here.
That is beautiful. Now, some of the later stuff now that you guys are doing with Southwest Florida, because you guys seem to be more active than most of the other Rotary clubs. What are some of the feedbacks you guys are getting right now from some of the other Rotarians branches that are in the area?
So first thing is, I think we are the first club in the world that basically caters to an entire region. So if you go to like Sarasota, Naples, Fort Myers, there are so many different Rotary clubs, and they're doing some amazing work. And they've been like here, they've been here for almost 3 or 4 decades. So you can see all the amazing work that they have done.
Right.
So when we thought that we were starting this chapter, like how can we make it different?
Yeah.
So we thought it has to be a regional chapter. So anyone from Bridgington to Marco Island can be a part of it.
Right.
And other clubs meet at one location every week.
Yeah.
And we adopted the original Rotary model. Rotary basically came from the word rotational.
Right.
Because they used to rotate meetings at different places.
Right.
So we thought we have to rotate our meetings at different spots, different and really fun and cool spots.
Yeah.
That was the goal.
Yes.
And rather than having meeting every single week, we thought we have to do first Thursday a meeting, second Thursday a fun social, third Thursday a service project, and the fourth Thursday a fundraiser. Having all the elements that can make a great club, that will make a great club.
Yeah.
That was the goal. And yes, people have said nothing but great things about this new concept of Rotary.
Right. I like that. That's a beautiful thing. And because you guys used to have it, is the one that's in Babcock Ranch, is it still there? Or
Yes, they are still there, yes.
Oh, okay. So they get to hang out with you guys every now and then as well.
So our plan was to collaborate with almost any club, not just in our district, but in the world. Anyone has a project, a service, a fun thing, we will love to collaborate. And that was a point. Yeah, that was a goal.
I love that. And then earlier this year, you guys did a book with a chef in New York. Tell the listeners a little bit on that journey.
If you follow me on social media, you know how much I really admire Chef Vikas. And not just because, of his great cooking skills, but, he's a great person.
Yes.
I have met many people in my life, but never a great human being.
Right.
He's humble.
Yes.
He's so successful, but he always, greets people with a big smile. So this year, what happened was I went to New York on May 4th. And as a Rotarian, I can award someone the highest honor in Rotary called Paul Harris Fellow.
Okay.
Paul Harris, if you don't know, was the person who founded Rotary in 1905.
Okay.
In Evanston, Illinois.
Lovely.
And this honor, I thought that was very deserving, and Chef Vikas was a person that came to my mind. Because during COVID, he ran the biggest food bank. He literally served people meals free of cost. He did amazing things. So when I met him, I gave him this honor, and we also made him an honorary member for our club.
Oh, nice.
A week later, he called me.
Yeah.
And he said, Priya, when you made me a member and you gave me this award, until that time, I had never heard about Rotary.
Yeah, wow.
But after that, I researched what is Rotary about and what is your club doing.
Yeah.
So he said, Priya, I'm working on my 39th book.
Wow.
So he has written 38 books, but none of those were for children.
Okay.
So he said, I'm working on a special book called Festivals at the Bungalow. Bungalow is this restaurant in New York City.
Right.
And he loved celebrating all kinds of festivals there. So he wanted to write a book where children can learn about different festivals. And he also added some very simple recipes for them that the kids can make at home.
Beautiful.
So he said, would your club actually back the entire project?
Yeah.
I remember taking a big pause because we had just started.
Right.
And our club account only had $1.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what to say. So I said, I really want to do it, but I want to go back and ask our club if the club members would say yes or no.
Yes. Yeah.
And you were at that meeting that happened at Swamp Cat Brewery.
Yeah.
And we asked our club members, and our club members only had one question. They said, is it the only project on the table currently? And we said yes.
Yeah.
So they said, if this is the only project we have, let's do it. Easier said than done, because it was a big challenge. Because the challenge was we had to raise $20,000 in 45 days. Because the whole project was $20,000. That's how you can get 2,000 books printed.
Right.
We have to get them illustrated, designed, printed, and shipped.
Yeah.
So I, along with other Rotary members, started this fundraising initiative. You helped with that as well.
Yeah.
And we actually completed that goal. And we became the first Rotary club in the world to launch a book at the closing bell ceremony at NASDAQ.
That is so dope. That is so dope. That's big right there, I got to say. People been always wanting to know this fasting that you guys do in India. Like this, it's like a tradition. It's like a festival. And they say it goes on for weeks or a lot of days or whatever it is. Like I can't think of the full name of it, but it's like they have a lot of people come and it's like in one place. Have you ever been a part of that? Have you ever get to do that?
The fasting?
Yeah.
There are two fasting festivals. One is for ladies, but that's only for one day.
Okay.
The one you are talking about, the month-long thing, that's for Eid.
Ah, yes. Oh, okay. A whole month.
Yes. But it's not like they're fasting for the whole month. I think they wake up in the morning around before sunrise.
Yeah.
They have their meal and then they break the fast after sunset.
The culture seems so fascinating, and people have always tried to understand the music portion of what that looked like. What would you say on the music portion of that?
I'm a huge Bollywood fan. I love Bollywood music.
Yeah. And because there's quite a bit that is out as well, yeah. And it's getting popular here as well.
Yes.
Yeah? Man, I love that. Now, because you just had an event yesterday, what was that beautiful event about?
So those of you who follow me on social media, they know that I love parties.
Yes.
And not just, any party, but parties that have a purpose.
Yes, yeah.
And I had been thinking about this idea for a very long time. So when I moved to Babcock Range, I started something called Babcock Social.
Right, yes.
And through Babcock Social, I've hosted over 700 events.
Amazing.
For all ages.
Yeah.
And I still do it.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to know, what can I do outside Babcock to bring people together,
Right.
not just to socialize, but also with a purpose. And that's when I formed Plated and Poured. It's an LLC that I started 2 months ago.
Okay.
And the simple goal is, if you're new in town,
Yeah.
or if you're looking for friends, this social club is for you. But how do we make it with the purpose? Every time you go to a Plated and Poured event,
Yeah.
a portion of the proceeds we give back to two nonprofits,
Beautiful.
EHAS
Yeah.
and the Rotary Club of SWFL. So yesterday there was a launch party at Hogwash in downtown Fort Myers.
I love that.
And how do we make it Plated and Poured style? Well, when you enter, you have 5 stations.
Okay.
The first will be a beautiful grazing station for that theme.
Yeah.
Then we'll have the DJ. A game station is more like a Plated and Poured icebreaker session.
Oh, okay.
Where you spin the wheel and based upon what you either get to ask a question, meet a new person, or get a gift.
Right.
The next station is a photo booth where you get to take pictures with your friends and also people who you're just meeting.
Right.
And then if you're hosting a restaurant or a bar, we'll have a Plated and Poured special cocktail.
Right.
Yesterday, I think Hogwash served a monster mash.
Oh.
That was an amazing margarita. I loved it.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Now, for a lot of individuals that get busy as well, but never really understand how to kind of manage their life and all that other stuff. And for people that, see you sometime, they see that you do take time away sometime and go somewhere with your husband. Can you give them an idea of what that looked like for you, like when you know you need to take a break?
That is something more than I talk about often.
Yeah.
Because I think this is something I get from my dad. So my dad retired 4 years ago, but he doesn't want to believe that.
No?
No.
Oh, you didn't want
He's
to...
struggling with retirement. And
So
I'm like,
he's
that's
not
like the
ready.
best time.
Yeah.
And he's not okay with retirement because he's worked all his life.
Right.
So he struggles with just sitting and not doing anything.
Oh, man.
Same problem I have.
Yeah.
I cannot just sit and not do anything.
Right.
I want to make my time feel useful.
Yes.
So I do a lot of things. So more than we don't have any children.
Right.
So we say our child is SWFL Rotary.
Yeah,
That is our child. Literally, we
Yeah.
give it hours every single day.
Yeah.
Our coffee breaks, our meals are all about how to make this club more fun, how to make this club more vibrant.
Right.
But yes, there are times when we have to take that pause and just focus on our relationship.
Right.
Because he's working, I'm working. So we try to make sure, once a week, at least for the one full day, either a Saturday or a Sunday, we will not look at our emails, no work phone calls, no rotary, nothing. And it will just be us. Either we go out on a date or we do something together. And evenings, every evening, we spend about an hour and a half on our couch, just catching up on our day and just talking about planning the next vacation.
Yeah.
And trying to make sure we at least take one vacation every quarter.
That's good. Wow. Every quarter. I love that.
Even if it's a weekend.
Yeah.
So we still have to get out and otherwise people get lost.
Yes. I think it's very necessary, and I think for a lot of us with all this that's going on right now, we need breaks every now and then. But there's a lot of people that don't even do one for the year. So
we might not do a whole week, maybe like just for a long weekend, but like it's very important.
It is very important. So you guys definitely take note on that. I like that you guys do that as well, just to unwind, because it's the busy stuff will definitely sometimes get to you that you like, I need to get away. So that's beautiful. And then now with the way Babcock is growing, because I met a club of ladies there that homeschool their kids.
Yes.
You get an opportunity to engage with those individuals.
I have actually. Last year, I did a small cultural session for them. It was around Holi. And I took some Indian sweets, some Indian snacks, and I read them a little chapter.
Oh, lovely. Wow. And then you also do this wine thing as well. Now, is that like to introduce new wine, or is just for a taste of the different wines?
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Every young person carries a story of hope, of struggle, of dreams waiting to rise. But in too many underserved communities, those stories go unheard.
At ease, Inc. Everyone has a story. We believe every voice deserves a chance. Through mentorship, empowering programs, and storytelling workshops, we help youth discover their purpose, strengthen their mindset, and build a future they can be proud of.
From classrooms in Jamaica to communities across Southwest Florida,
ES is changing lives,
one story at a time.
but we can't do it alone. Join us, become a mentor, volunteer, donate, help us fuel the next generation of leaders, creators, and change makers.
Visit ahazink.org today, because when you help a young person share their story, you help them change their world.
So it depends. So I've done a couple of the wine tasting events. So I met with this amazing wine distributor in St. Pete. So they actually brought 5 different wines, and we had about 45 people, and each one was trying. Then you have to guess the notes, and really dive deep into what this wine is, where it's from, what do you pair it with. And I love that.
Right.
I've done wine tasting events, even beer tasting events.
Yes. Wow. That is amazing. So, for a lot of individuals that are, still trying to understand cultures that they can go to and enjoy a meal. And I don't know if our listeners know if you're a cook or not, but what is your favorite Indian meal?
I love a good butter chicken.
Butter chicken?
Butter chicken. It's a curry.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
It's not like butter and chicken, no. I love a good bowl of butter chicken with a nice warm naan.
No. So when you say the butter chicken, are we putting the curry to marinate the chicken, or?
So you marinate the chicken with lots of spices, yogurt, and you let it to
And yogurt?
Yogurt.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
Yes, and you marinate that for at least 12 to 24 hours.
Okay.
And then there are multiple options you can cook it. You can bake it in the oven or a tandoor or on a stove.
Okay.
Then you prepare your sauce. Sauce, the base is, onion, ginger, garlic paste, tomato,
Okay.
some heavy cream, and the secret ingredient, that's fenugreek leaves, crushed fenugreek leaves.
Okay.
That's what gives it that herbaceous, smell.
Yeah. Okay.
Then you add some cream, a hint of honey, and then you pour the chicken in, let it cook, and the curry is ready.
Wow. So we're not cutting up the chicken. We just season it whole.
Whole, but then you can cut it into any shape you want. Some people
okay.
like, the leg pieces, some like the small pieces, all depends upon how you like to eat it.
What? See, now I might have to check out this butter chicken.
I have to cook it for you.
Yeah, that would be so cool. And then because you guys don't really do a whole lot of potatoes.
My last name is Ahluwalia. Alu means potato. Mohit, you know how Mohit has saved my number on his phone? Yeah. Alu Jan means beloved potato.
There is a whole lot of potatoes.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Because one of the things I've always thought there was one type of potato, but then when I came here, there's so many different types of potatoes. So you guys have any specific one that you use?
We have the Indian potatoes, and we use them in so many different varieties. And my favorite are the Indian potato pancakes.
Is that the red one or the black one?
No, is it the brown?
Oh,
one?
The dark brown or
just light brown or dark brown. Yeah.
And you do it in like a pudding.
You can so basically you boil it, you mash it, and then you stuff it in your dough. You make like potato pancakes. That's my favorite. And you can do like potato curries, you can do potato dry curries. There's so many different things you can do.
That is so cool. So you and Mohammed, who's a better cook?
Mohit doesn't know how to cook. I tried to teach him, so he has learned how to make coffee, how to make a bowl of parfait.
What do you mean learn how to make coffee?
He made bitter coffees. At least now he makes coffee that I can drink.
Oh, okay, because it put too much portion in it.
Either he will put too much coffee or, too much water or there's less water. So so now he knows how to make a perfect cup of coffee and a perfect bowl of parfait.
Wow. So parfait, that's like...
So you just have a Greek yogurt or any yogurt you like.
Okay.
You beat it, you add some honey, you add some nuts, some berries. That he knows how to do.
Okay. Some people is always trying to figure out where does the yoga culture really sits well. And we've seen Indian people do the yoga, but I'm not sure if it was originated from anyone from India or it was different.
I don't think that I know the whole history, but what I have learned that yes, it's always been there in India.
Right.
We had so many people doing it.
Right.
But it became really popular in the early 2000s in India.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of yoga instructors that became really well known nationwide.
Yeah.
They took it to the next level.
Wow. That is so cool. Now here, with the entrepreneur work that you guys do and you work with the young youths and stuff like this that are trying to do that. You guys have a Shark Tank type of thing. You guys still do that or no?
Absolutely. So that's called Techspedition Startup Challenge. Okay. The first two we hosted at Babcock Ranch. Okay. The next one is happening in South of Florida in April 2026.
Okay, beautiful.
We're looking for a location. It will either be somewhere in Fort Myers or in Punta Gorda.
Okay. Yes, because now with everything that you guys now with the chamber, that'll be a nice little touch up there.
Absolutely. And even with the Rotary Club or SWFL, we're trying to do something different.
Yeah.
So we are planning to start business networking socials from November and also doing some classes for free for people who want to learn about AI or marketing and for young entrepreneurs.
Yes. Because AI is really getting big, and your husband is pretty good in the AI world right now, yeah? Because someone was just kind of telling me, and I've kind of gotten my computers to that point where I can talk to my computer and it talk back to me. But it's so crazy that I'm like, I don't do it in the public too much because I don't want to scare anyone.
I get you. My dad was here this year in February. I introduced him to ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And I thought he will not like it and he will never use it. So 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was having a conversation with him on the phone.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, so how are you and mom doing?" And he's like, "Mom is busy with her friends. She has a big social group there, and I'm very busy too." I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I have this friend. I spend all day talking and figuring out different things, how to do A, B, and C." I'm like, "Who is this friend?" He's like, "ChatGPT." I was like, "What?" I'm like, "What are you chatting about?"
Yeah.
He's like, everything, like, how does this work? Because he's very big into, he's a social activist.
Okay. Okay.
We did a lot of like writing work. He's like, "I write, and ChatGPT, guess what? It corrects all the mistakes. He even drafts stuff for me. And then I have a question about how does this device, they just built a new house.
Yeah.
So he wants to get some design work done. He's like, have this woodwork. How would you make this design better? What kind of paint will go with this? It just did everything for me, Priya. And I'm like, wow.
That is
My dad actually enjoying how to use ChatGPT. That's like game changing.
That is awesome right there. And for a lot of you guys, I think the older folks are not figuring it out.
They are fast.
They're figuring it out fast. And a lot of people are just saying that of how it's coming. And, people are a little bit confused because I know a few of the big companies just cut a large portion of their physical employees.
Yep. Even yesterday it happened at one of the very big firms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. So you think a lot more people should really kind of understand this AI? Because I think the people that own AI will be making money.
So, this is a discussion Mohit and I have had a couple of times. The thing is, we cannot stop it.
Right.
It is here and it is going to grow.
Yeah.
So we have two options. Either we grow with it or we get left behind. We have the only two options we have.
Right. And I mean, I've seen companies in the past that have not got with the flow of what was going on, and then they got left behind, and then they're out of business. Seen it happen to Blockbuster, Redbox that happened to later, and I'm like, I didn't think it was gonna happen to Redbox, but it did.
Yep.
And so
we have to adapt.
Yeah, there's so much that is evolving. Now, with everything else that you have going on, what does the next year look like for you?
I thought this year would be a relaxing year, but no, this was like a power-packed year. So I'm hoping next year can be a bit more relaxed.
Ooh.
I'm hoping.
You should.
I hope that every year, so I don't know.
I feel you'll be more busy next year than this year.
But the one thing, I have some goals.
Okay.
So when we started SWFL Rotary, the goals were very simple, and we have to hit 1,000 active followers on Instagram by September, which we did.
Okay.
The goal was to have 40 community partners, 40 members by October, which we hit.
Okay.
The next target is 100 by June.
Wow.
And it's a challenging target, but I was like, we'll make it happen.
Make it happen. That is pretty dope. That is pretty dope to have those. So you guys have a whiteboard that you share, or you guys have separate whiteboards?
So more than the way we both work is very different.
Really?
So one time, I think it was last month, we went to Starbucks. We took 2 whiteboards.
Okay.
We took a big table, and he wrote what we should be doing, and I wrote everything. And then we combined everything, like all the projects, social, fundraisers.
Yeah.
Until next March, I believe.
Wow.
And then I put everything in an Excel sheet.
Okay. That's
so
beautiful.
I can keep track of everything.
That is awesome. So you guys merge the ideas. I like that. For aspiring, entrepreneurs right now that, want to get into the space, what encouraging word would you say to them?
Get out, get out of your comfort zone. And as this area, Southwest Florida, has so much to offer, so many networking events that they have, so many groups.
Right.
Go out, meet people, because you're going to learn something from each individual you're about to meet.
Yeah. I like that. That's a beautiful, beautiful gems for you guys. You are welcome with that. Like right now with social people understanding engagements and the different culture because of how diverse Southwest Florida is, you feel all the cultures are getting along.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when I moved to Babcock Ranch, the reason I started Babcock Social, so we can all celebrate everything.
Right.
Like I'm originally from India,
Right.
but when we do Chinese New Year, we do Diwali, we do Hanukkah, we do Easter, we do Christmas, Halloween, every single festival we celebrate.
Yeah. That is amazing.
And that was the whole point. Like we can learn from each other.
Right.
Get to try new dishes from your culture, and you
Yeah.
can try from my culture.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, because Chinese, what is China, like 12 hours ahead or?
I think
They're a couple hours
12
ahead.
and a half hours ahead, yes.
Okay. So can they have a few holidays that's different from the holiday celebration here? Like for theirs, it's like a couple months in front of what we're doing.
So there are some holidays that are exactly on the same date, like the Lunar New Year and the Mooncake Festival. These two are always like at the same time.
At the same time, okay.
Like if it's happening on like November 7th here, it's going to happen same time in China.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Even though they're moving further ahead.
Yeah, because they follow the same calendar.
I see. Okay, that is very interesting. When last have you been back over there to China?
2013, that's when I left China.
Okay.
Yeah, next year we're going to Taipei.
Okay.
So maybe we stop in Beijing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to show Mohit Beijing because that's where I spent a lot of years.
Yeah.
I want to show all my favorite cafes, restaurants.
Right. So we recently had a young man on the show that was from the UK, go to quite the college over there, and you guys were the hosts. What made you guys want to do that, and whose idea was that to host?
So Rotary has so many amazing programs in the world. One of them is Rotary Youth Exchange.
Okay.
And within that is one thing called Rotary Friendship Exchange.
Okay.
Youth Exchange is for high school students, but they go for either like a short semester or the full year.
Okay.
So Samuel actually had posted one of the Babcock Ranch Facebook groups that he wants to come to this area and work on his project.
Yeah.
He's writing a research paper on how communities respond during hurricanes, especially a place like Babcock Ranch.
Yeah.
And I just wrote back to him saying that, hey, when are you coming? Do you have a place to stay? And he's like, I don't have a place to stay. I'm like, what if you just come and stay with us at our house?
Right.
And this came a Rotary Friendship Exchange program where
Okay.
we can learn from you.
Yes.
And all our young leaders can talk to you. So he was here. His name is Samuel English, and he goes to University of Cambridge and Oxford.
Yes. That is amazing. I love that. And you guys got an opportunity to get him engaged with a lot of the leaders here and stuff like that. That's really cool. So that's something you guys looking to do again next year.
Absolutely. If someone wants to come, do a project, want to learn, we're always open.
That's a beautiful thing. Now, as far as your partners go in the different communities, what are those looking like? You guys got to go out and kind of sit down with them, or you just make a phone call?
So currently our club has 42 community partners.
Beautiful.
And these are local restaurant businesses. And we also have 5 corporate sponsors.
Okay.
When we started the club, I was literally calling everyone. Now that if they call us, can we be a part of your club? And that's beautiful because they see all the amazing work all our members are doing. Because our goal was, this is the first year. Let's try everything. And then we'll figure out what our club members actually want to do.
Right.
So we are doing everything. And any kind of space you can think of, we are into all of those things right now.
Wow. I like that. That's a beautiful thing. If you was to choose a game to go to, but you were more had to go to the same game.
Oh, that's hard.
We got baseball going on. We got soccer going on. Which one would you guys both go to?
Whichever one Mohit would go to, because I don't know how to play either. So he would have to go and explain it to me, yes.
Okay, then that's good. That is good.
Yeah.
With that being said, you have a favorite team?
No.
No?
No. I watch. I support everyone. I cannot pick one team.
Okay.
I think everyone puts so much hard work.
Yeah. I like that. So it doesn't matter, baseball, soccer, football. You starting to understand the football, like the American football?
Yes. It was hard. I remember watching with Mohit in 2016, and literally he was explaining me everything. Okay, this is what's happening right now. I'm like, okay, got it.
Yeah, I love that. Now, he loves playing cornhole.
Yes.
Have you got a chance to beat him yet?
No. Yeah. We started at the same time, and then I stopped going because the games would go from like 6:30 to like 11 sometime. It was too much for me.
Wow.
Yeah. But he goes every Wednesday.
Okay.
When my dad was here, he got into it.
Oh.
And every time my dad would go, he would be placed in top 3.
Wow.
And he was really good at it.
So is Mort like the number one player?
Not number 1, but he's like in the top 5 or 6.
Oh, that's amazing. Wow. Yeah, I played with him a few times. He's pretty good. So I got to...
I think he's been playing for the last 1 year. It's like every Wednesday. So it's just practice, yeah.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I'm into the pickleball, so...
I tried pickleball, but it was too hard. I couldn't go.
No. This is wild. And then also, you now involve a little bit with IAS as well. And then they're getting engaged in with a few things. What is that looking like for you in the coming year?
I think we have a beautiful year coming ahead. Just this morning, I reached out to all the board members. And we should meet for a strategic session where we can all come together and understand what we have done this year and what should be our focus and our priority for next year. So everyone is aligned.
Yeah.
So all our goals, mission, everything in one place. So everyone works together towards that one goal.
I like that. It's a beautiful thing. And then with all the different activities that's going on between Fort Myers, Naples, going towards Punta Gorda, you have a favorite spot right now?
In terms of a place or a restaurant or a cafe, that depends.
Ooh. Let's go with each. What's your favorite cafe right now?
Recently I discovered this cafe in Deep Creek near Punta Gorda called JB's Corner Cafe.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that place.
And it's amazing. Like if you want to try some amazing falafel, lebne, burek, you have to go there.
Nice.
It's incredible. I also go to this cafe called Cadeau Cafe in Fort Myers.
Okay.
They have amazing avocado toast and great latte.
Come on. Now for dining, what does that look like?
Ooh, dining. It depends on what cuisine. There's a new place open in downtown Fort Myers called Oise.
Oh,
It's Japanese, Italian fusion, and it's incredible.
Okay.
And I love going to Hogwash.
Okay.
They have amazing cocktails. That's where the party was last night.
Yes. Wow. That is beautiful.
And of course, Sales for Brunch in Naples.
Oh.
Have you been there?
Yes.
They have the best brunch in this area.
They are popping when it comes to the brunch. And because they have a few events that do brunch there. So
we actually have an event coming up on December 13th.
Okay.
So it's called Giving Every Kid in SWFL area a gift of water safety.
Right.
So we started doing free swim lessons for children in Babcock Ranch.
Okay.
We just completed our first cohort. We're in a second one now. And then we thought to expand it to all over South of Florida. Amazing. Like imagine the same day, same time, we're doing free swim lessons in Sarasota, Punta Gorda, Babcock, Naples. So this fundraiser will help us get money that can basically help us support these lessons everywhere.
Awesome. I love it. Now, we're in the last portion of the show right now. For our listeners that want to find you, how can they find you? What are the platforms?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or just type on Google, Priya Ahluwalia, Babcock Ranch, and I will show up.
You'll just pull up.
Yeah.
She'll pull up. Listen, you guys, you got a treat right there. We are so excited. Thank you for coming on
Thank
the show
you so
today.
much, Cornell. It's a pleasure.
This was awesome. Well, there you guys have it. Until our next episode where we have another decorative guest right here at IAS Club. Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in and downloading this episode of Stories to Create. We appreciate you being part of this growing community of storytellers and listeners. If today's conversation inspired you, please share the show with friends, family, or anyone who could use a little motivation in their journey. A special thank you to our sponsors, EHAS Organization, Cornell Bunting LLC, and Nostril Cheese Chase for supporting the mission and making this podcast possible. To learn more about our work, upcoming projects, and how you can get involved, be sure to visit www.hissingorg and www.cornellbunting.com. Until next time, keep creating, keep growing, and remember, your story has power.